Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild, Outdoor Edition. All right, it's time for Rocky Mountain High.
Rocky Mountain High.
And we are actually, wow, we're actually, really close to being ready for this. Hard to believe, but both trucks are done. They're ready. Leaf spring mounts and all. This show is all about Josh and I going to the WeRC rock crawling competition in Denver, Colorado this coming June. So we are close, very close to going to this. It's the Wednesday before I fly out. So yeah, trucks are done. Here they are, out on actual rocks. There's no batteries in them yet, but there will be. I'll actually do a little bit of a test run here on both the Waffle House Jimmy's Moon Buggy and the F-Toy, which, gosh, I look at this truck and I'm just so pleased with how it turned out. It's on leaf springs though, so huge performance disadvantage. That's all right. I'm not here to win. I'm here to have fun. And that's definitely going to be the case. But yeah, I don't really remember where we were at last week, but I think we were pretty close. All the etching now complete on these panels. As you can see, I put a big giant thumbprint right there just for Josh. I did a waffle front grille to sort of complete the whole Waffle House look. Even got the sponsors etched in the panels there. That's KMC, Yokohama, and then a nice big old W for Waffle House and for the win. I don't think it'll be winning anything though. Motors all freshly detailed. I think that was already done too. Yeah, it's all sort of just kind of come together quite naturally into this really cool copper-plated buggy. I'm really pleased with how it all turned out. Kudos to RC Fabricator for giving me the specs on that panel right there. I just used one of my test panels to lay that in there. I think it adds a nice little bit of completion so you don't see right through on that side. Voltage regulators installed, driver figures installed. I'm looking pretty good in there, I think. Yep. A handsome man. He's looking good. It's been wired up and tested and everything's working. I've got my Reefs 900 low profile smart direct wire servos all fired up and working. My radio's all programmed. It's basically ready to go. Driving this with rear steer and holding the camera is going to be a real challenge. So I don't know how much of that we're going to see in this little test preview on these rocks here, but I also don't want to get it too dirty. I certainly don't want to scratch it before the event. And it's raining a little bit, so we've got that to keep in mind too. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this came together, and I invite you to go check out all of the other moon buggies once that's open. Lots of people are posting them, but I hope that Josh will share photos of all the finished ones with everyone, because these are really cool and it was a really fun process, despite the fact that I didn't do anything with the cage. Yeah, but look, I put a lot of other effort in and I learned new techniques, and I'm really proud of what I've achieved. So that's a good looking buggy and it's ready to comp. All right, now over to the F-Toy. Here it is here. The biggest change, of course, is now it's running the proper axles. We've got some nice Vanquish F10Ts under there, which look really good. I'm really pleased with those. They are on the proper leaf spring mounts from JEC Racing. Those showed up yesterday, of all days, which really kind of stressed me out, I'm not gonna lie. I did have a contingency program in place. Josh has got another set just in case these didn't arrive, but my thanks to Clint for sending those along to Josh so we had them just in case. I bet you if he didn't send them, they wouldn't have showed up at my place. So very happy that's in. I would cut off the link mount. I don't really think we need to have that on there. And luckily it doesn't really affect the overall flexibility or performance of the truck. It doesn't even really get in the way before the shocks completely compress. But if you hit hard, it will bounce off of that, I think. But again, not a big problem for now. If I decide to keep this the way it is, then I'll trim those off at some point. I hate wrecking these axles though, it makes me crazy. Weathered and kind of detailed the fuel cell there, the Duff Brewery's keg. Added this Scale Metal Supplies antenna just for looks. No performance gain there, but there is a CB radio, so it made sense to have, it did make sense to have an antenna for that. The wires that are exposed there aren't real, they're just connected to the battery, just for looks and to cover up some other wires. So it's all about distraction. If we can distract you away from looking down there, then you won't see the other wires. Anyway, all good. Happy with that. Yeah, what else? Oh yeah, Formula One steering wheel. I wanted to have something kind of F1 inspired in there, and I thought that looked pretty good, so that's all mounted up. Another version of me driving this, and then you can see underneath on the inner panel there, it's all sticker bombed, just to kind of bring some personality to the truck. I didn't want to put stickers on the outside. I couldn't see myself doing that. So there you go. Brazen scale chassis already starting to oxidize a little bit or rust. You can see right there. Amazing. Very, very pleased with how this whole thing has come together. And it's looking really good. It's looking pretty much like I kind of hoped it would. Pretty compy, but leaf springs are always a performance disadvantage. So let's pop some batteries into these. And oh yeah, of course, this whole battery tray on the back here, this whole battery compartment here on the back, it is secured by a couple of M3s, so nothing is gonna come out of there, hopefully. All right, let's put some batteries in and see how these guys do. All right, first little thing I noticed was my steering endpoints needed some adjustment, and on the bench, when getting kind of bound up, it was rubbing up against the front leaves, but I think that's something that I'll just have to live with, because I need steering angle. Important to have that. But yeah, it seems to be doing fine. Not like blown away by the performance, but then again, when should you ever be blown away by leaf springs? Remember, I did this for the challenge of it, and I think instead of getting a reverse there, I would do dig. Yes. And I'm really happy with how I have that all set up. That's working really well, so. Oh dear, I've scraped the axle. But there you go, that's the F-Toy in action. Very, very chuffed. Happy with this one. All right, let's fire up the jimmies. Let's see how that does. Oh, my first tumble. Well, there it goes. Okay, I think that was a great test. The truck works brilliantly. Four-wheel steer, what a fun thing that is, huh? The dig I'm finding not as helpful in a four-wheel steer sort of situation, but gosh, this thing is just so much fun. It's very, very capable. I'm really, really happy with how this one's turned out. And I cannot wait to get to Colorado. I think getting out here and just having a few moments to just kind of see how they actually operate is so key, because you know, I can't wait to be able to do this two-handed instead of just one-handed. But you know, getting kind of used to where things are and how to turn and using that four-wheel steer to its total advantage just really makes for such a wonderful experience. I'm like blown away at how much more capable it is using that. God, it looks good out there too. Man, oh man. I could not be more pleased. That's just so great. Okay, well, I think that's probably a great place to end this. We got what we wanted, a little bit of pre-run testing with my two trucks, my two beautiful comp trucks. I hope they stay this beautiful. And I can't thank you all enough for watching. This has been a very fun series for me. Stressful, but fun. The end results speak for themselves. And it's gonna be a blast. Really looking forward to it. Thank you all so much for watching. Of course, if you've got any questions or comments, put them down below. Do not comment on my driving ability. That's the only thing I don't want comments on, unless they're positive. If you were to build something like this, what would be the one thing you would want to do? Put that comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of those comments as I can. Of course, if you're enjoying this video and you like this series, hit the like button so we know to do more. All right, next time you see me, I'll be on the Rocky Mountain High. Take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.